Hi, my name's Johnny, and today I wanted to give you guys a bit of, an exciting update with regards to my podcast for bass players called In the Pocket. Now, if you didn't know anything about this, don't worry, strap yourselves in. Myself and my friend Chris Horrocks co-host a bass players podcast. Every other week we release an episode taking questions from people at home, breaking down some tones, occasionally having guests such as Patrick Hunter, Low End Lobster, and even more. Now I used to upload these episodes in like audio format just with a still image to the channel here, and you can see that on my podcast playlist. However, since adding Chris as a co-host, we've really kind of taken things in terms of the podcast itself to a whole new level, I think. And that is where you guys came in, because from the start, you've been asking for a video format, and that is now happening. Woohoo! The first episode of our video podcast is now available to watch, but it's on a separate channel. I'll leave all the links in the description, of course, so you guys can check it out for yourselves. I'd really appreciate it if you go and subscribe on there. And if you're already a fan of the podcast, you can now see us both in the flesh on screen as we're recording it. I'll leave you with a little snippet now, but yeah, this is just a quick update to say, hey, go and check it out. It's pretty cool. And yeah, we want it to grow even more. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Do I press record and now it's going? I guess it's recording. Is it? Do you think it's recording?
I think it might be recording.
Wow. I'm so used to not seeing your face that, this is hard for me. Really hard for me.
I bet that's not the only thing that's hard for you right now.
Roll that intro. I mean, I don't know if we'll be rolling it at all. So let's just crack on.
I don't think we can. Sorry, everyone. This one's a bit of a mess. But
we're trying something new. Hey. You asked for it. We're delivering.
We're trying to deliver.
Let's do this thing. Hi, my name's Johnny.
And my name's Chris.
Two totally average people on camera and bass players. And we're here to talk all about that bass. As well as answering your questions at home, each week we take a look at the latest news, maybe break down some tones, all to give you the lowdown on the low end. Chris, what on earth is going on here?
I have no idea, Johnny. I have absolutely no idea. This is uncharted territory for In the Pocket, but it feels good. It feels kind of natural.
I know. I like it.
It's quite nice. Like, I'm enjoying. I hate to break it to the listeners, but we can kind of see each other when we do the episodes anyway, because we're on FaceTime to each other on our phones. But this is bit of a dry run of doing the podcast with video.
Oh yeah, sorry, we should have explained for people that are just listening.
Oh yeah.
We are talking about this is our first video episode, and I say episode because we're going to do a slightly shorter one this time, just so we can kind of iron out the kinks, if you like, and test the waters, really, see what you guys think, and see how we can make it as streamlined and as good as possible. You guys have been asking for a video, so let's give it a go. So sorry if this one's a bit shorter or a bit rough around the edges, but hey, who doesn't love two rugged guys talking about the low end, hey?
Absolutely. And listen, we're trying at the end of the day. Nobody here pays for this. This is a free service. It's like the BBC, but we don't come knocking at the door if you don't give us like £10 a month. Or is it 14? I don't know, actually.
I don't pay for one, so I don't know. I don't use one. It's not even connected. Not that I use it and... Please, don't come after me. Whatever.
I live with my mum and dad, spoiler, so they pay for it. I'm pieing it off on them. It's all good.
They can probably hear you in the background.
Yeah, they probably can. Right, Johnny, how
Yes.
has your bass playing week been this week?
My bass playing week's been pretty good. It's been pretty quiet, I think. I got a few new bits of gear here and there. I got a Proco Rat, which I wanted for a long time. It's on a pedal board tucked away at the minute. So that's been lots of fun. Like, if you can... Those pedals are weird. If you can... Obviously, they're notorious for sucking all the low end out, but if you can get them like in a good context, they sound really cool.
There's a rat in the quad cortex. That sounds really weird to say out loud. It's called the... what's it called? It's not called the rodent. It's called something else that makes you think, is that a rat?
The Mickey.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
I've
Mickey
seen a
Mouse
few that I
drive.
like. The Mickey Mouse.
But if you,
Like
it's
that.
the
I think that's
Master
what the line-
Splinter
the
drive, if you
96
will.
was like the
But that is really good. Like,
Yeah.
there's no blend or anything like that. It's really boisterous. I was messing with sort of splitting the frequencies,
Yeah.
and then it's like the rat is on for all the high end stuff, and then there's like a clean DI
Classic.
at the bottom, and it sounds really cool. I need
Yeah.
to mess around with it more, but the rat's really cool. Eva Gardner, Pink's bass player, has one pedal on her pedal board, and it is the Turbo Rat,
Really?
which I don't know the difference.
Wow. It's just the rat, but it's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. You know, it's having
Nice.
a cup of ooze is on its way. It's like Master Splinter in pedal format.
Very good. Are you exploiting the fact that we have video available today?
Yes,
to
I bloody am.
Explain what this is for the people who are listening.
I got a new bass. It's a Yamaha BB424, and it's pretty cool. That's all I'll say.
Okay. Am I right in saying you bought one that was broken?
Yes, I bought one that was broken, and it broke my heart. Yeah, it was knackered, absolutely knackered. So I returned it. I got a refund from the shop on Reverb. I was gutted because I bought 5-string. I was like, hey, I'm going to get back into 5 strings. Not happening. But enough about me. How was your bass-related week?
Absolutely brilliant. I have touched the bass twice for the last week and a bit. And you know what? It's been really nice. I've been doing wedding season for the last sort of 2 or 3 months. It's been really busy. I was getting now. I love a covers gig. I really do like a covers gig. But the last sort of 3 I did about 2 weeks ago, I was just getting bored of it. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit that. I know I am very grateful that I get to do this for a job. But you can still have your dream job and have bad days at work. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah.
So, so I was doing that and just getting a bit sick of it. So the fact that there's been a bit of a break has been really nice. I got my Godam back from the repair shop finally. Turned out one of the cables had essentially come loose of the solder. So when my thumb was being put on the neck pickup, the volume's cutting out. So that's been done. Pickups have been raised to like a nice place now. It's never sounded better. It sounds so good. I've lowered the action a tiny bit. Plays really good. I got a new bass cab. I've got a nice little Ampeg 210. You can see that on my Instagram. Very happy with it. Very different sounding to the Laney 410. More than I thought. The Laney is way more scooped. It's almost like the Laney has like nothing from like 300 up to like 1K. I might be wrong there, but it seems really big and scooped with loads of treble at the top.
Yeah.
Whereas the Ampeg, still 10-inch speakers, just loads of mid-range. Like, I was messing around with the 500 hertz knob on the, well, it's a slider on my dark glass head, and it's great. I was really enjoying kind of turning it up, making the most of the flat wound strings, like getting like way too honky. But it was good. I quite like it. And what else have I done bass related? I went to a Metallica live stream. Metallica has a bass player. So there go, it is bass related.
Same thing, man.
Yeah,
Nice.
and you could hear him. I know historically you can't hear the bass on Metallica albums, but you can hear Robert Trujillo live. I'm telling you that. And yeah, that was pretty good. It was like a 2-night thing. First night, actually walked out of the cinema 10 minutes into the live stream.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, because it was just really bad. Like, the audio quality was really bad.
Oh.
It kept cutting in and out. It was like a live stream. It was streamed into View, the cinema chain. So I went to the one near me to watch it, and it was just terrible. Got a refund. It was that bad.
Wow.
And but came back on Monday to watch the second night. Amazing.
Really?
So good. Like, really, really good.
2 different sets then?
Yeah, 2 completely different set lists. It was the same venue, so it was like a venue in Texas, like this huge 100,000-seater stadium. And it's going to be huge. But then each night was 2 completely separate set lists. It was basically the download set over 2 nights.
Yeah.
So, which was nice because the night that I got refunded for was the same set list as when I saw Metallica at Download. So I didn't miss out that much. But then night 2 was the night I wasn't at Download, where they played like Enter Sandman and One and stuff like that, and For Whom the Bell Tolls. So it was like a different vibe. They even played 2 songs off Saint Anger, which was sick.
Nice. Well, your little boy Chris was very, very happy, as well as Big Man Chris.
Absolutely. I had a great time.
Amazing.
But yes, that was my week to conclude.
Well, that sounds flippin' smashing. Shall we move on to the news?
I think we should play the jingle.
Oh no, we've got to sing it now. I can't remember how any of them go now.
Which jingle goes next? I can't remember.
When I used to move them around every episode. I used to move them all around. So I don't know.
Really? Oh, I kept the same ones every time. Bum 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 bum. There we go. That'll do. Okay. Play the news.
First up on In the Pocket News. Right, it's been quite a busy week, and some things have just squeezed in to this week's episode. I'm going to start things off with